Serrano. Bones to domes, boy, the intention is not to hurt you, it's to murk you if you go against me in the square circle. Let my hands do the talking, I let you do the verbal. Eat this knuckle sandwich that a chico about to serve you. Better listen up, the other team been talking tough. DJ Tony grabbed the mic cause this dude will not shut up. Ain't no standing name count, but I think I've had enough. In the famous words of Jeff Houston, time to knuckle up. Bones to dome, it's time to knuckle up. Bones to dome, it's time to knuckle up. Take me up, I've been throwing uppercuts. Bones to dome podcast, turn me up. It's time to knuckle up. You know it. With DJ Tony, time to knuckle up. Jeff Houston, it's time to knuckle up. I am Vince Serrano.
It's all about you.
It's how time to knuckle up.
It's about how you make yourself different from the rest.
It's time to knuckle up. It's time to knuckle up.
I'm still jamming out to our beginning. I know that you want to have this big intro. I know that you want it. You got Scarface on in the background. You got the moon gliding, smoke machines all set up. A Roscoe Elite is moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour. But DJ Tony, the last thing I'm going to do is hold you back. Go get him, brother.
Just chilling, man. It's a marvelous day. I told you, I've been feeling good, man. I've been feeling good, keeping my mind off things. And I picked up a new, I guess like a new hobby, I guess you can say. And that is gardening. If you find it or not.
Well, you are getting older, aren't you?
But what's up? How's everything?
Next thing you know, he's going to be playing bridge and canasta. Wow. More like canasta because you are from New Jersey. So therefore I could either that or I could see you, sitting at a table with everybody else either playing canasta or mahjong. That's definitely a Jersey thing.
Yeah. We at the Tour de Pisa, we used to have like 2 or 3 days a week. The ladies would come in there and play all those games. So I'm familiar, man. But I think, I don't know. If any of that stuff, I probably would like do maybe tennis or something. But other than that, I'm good, man.
Wow, Tony, you're getting whiter than I am. Wow.
I know.
That is saying something right there. No, man. What's going on, everybody? Bones to Domes, live worldwide. Mr. Live Worldwide, Jeff Houston, sporting the Jaws theme on this one because the monster that is Knucklemania 4 coming up this week, the way that I look at it is, you're going to need a bigger boat, 100%. And of course, I got DJ Tony, who has got his setup looking really fresh over there, looking really good. And we're just excited, as always, that we get the opportunity to be loudmouths in front of you. Tony is actually going to eventually become a full-blown member of the Loudmouth Nation. I believe we are going to finally get him to come on over to the dark side.
You know it, brother. You know what? I was going to wait till the end.
Chatterbox, Darth Chatterbox. Come on over.
I was going to wait to the end, Jeff, but let me show you something that we just dropped today. And this is, it's kind of coming over to the dark side, kind of coming over to the red side, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I saw that, man. That is fresh right there. Look at the wolf right there, ready to feast. Some of the notable signees and representatives of Orozco Elite, as you would call the wolf pack, of course.
You know it's gonna be things are moving greatly, man. I tell you,
I want one of those. I definitely want one of those. I definitely want to represent Orozco Elite, especially with a fresh design like that. You know that Mr. Worldwide is all about fresh designs, and I'm going to go ahead and drop this right now. Mr. Live Worldwide quite possibly could have his best jacket ever at Knucklemania 4. Got a brand new jacket, custom tailor-made. It was actually just finished today. I'm dropping a video of where I got it, but unfortunately I'm not going to show it just yet. But you will be able to see it Saturday at Knucklemania. I'm very excited about this one, Tony. This one's badass.
I can't wait to see it, man. Yeah,
I think they're all badass, but I think I outdid myself just a little bit this time.
I'll definitely send you one out. Well, actually, I'll bring you one when I come to Denver. I'll have some on hand.
No, you might as well send it out then, because I'll get it before Denver. You might as well go ahead and send it to me, but I could just hear that music in the background. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun,
Dun.
You can just hear the cymbals in the background. You absolutely.
Oh yes, we have a great week ahead of us. A lot of stuff going on. Biggest BKFC event, KNUCKLEMANIA, happening this week. You got the NBA playoffs going on. You got a lot of good stuff. NHL hockey going on. So, but we will stick to some bare knuckle for now. We do have our first guest in the waiting room. Well, not the first guest, the only guest of the night in the waiting room, the one and only Chris Sarro.
No, Chris Golden Glove Sarro.
I should have let you do it then, man. See, I'm not the announcer, man.
No, you are not. Thank the Lord you are not, because nobody will hang around.
Comforting seeing you guys, even through a camera. So you're like family.
What's up, brother?
Come on, man. You know what it's about, Chris, man. I'm going to tell you, good times, bad times, left, right, black, white, it doesn't matter, man. We always have a good time when we are.
All good times.
And I know, and I know you're dedicated, man. I mean, the one thing that I can definitely say is that Chris Sarro, win, lose, or draw, is dedicated to the sport. And that's a very rare thing, because we get so many athletes that give this a try and they realize maybe this is just not my lane. Now, we know for a fact, Chris, that this is your lane, and you are continuing and persevering through everything. Now, I know, I mean, it's not about talking about the negatives. It's talking about what's in front of you. What's in front of you. The best thing about it is that what's in front of you, not too far away from your stomping grounds, an awesome opportunity on May 11th. Talk to us about it, man. I mean, how are you feeling about, after over a year, getting back into the squared circle with us again? And and will you be bringing the furry one?
I got a funny feeling they're going to be there. Yes, they're used to it. They walked out. Jake here walked out Bkfc 38 right before the smoke started rolling. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember.
He's used to it. He was just at the fights over the weekend. We had one of our fighters, William Lagasse, fighting NEF, and we walked right out. My girlfriend Kayla's walking the two puppies, and they're used to battle. They're here forever. This is my gym here. They're here every round of sparring since day one. Yeah.
The hairy ones are always present at all the fights.
They keep me calm. I'm getting old.
No, I can see that, man. Now, I want to talk about the last fight, because not only was it an interesting fight, but it was really extenuating circumstances that was surrounding Bkfc 38, because for the first time ever, what if they poop on the walkway? Well, then obviously he has to clean it up, Howie. What the fuck? What kind of question is that?
Jake took a dump right ringside while I was fighting Steve.
Hell yeah. Let's see someone in the tech zone get away with that shit.
Exactly.
For him. I'd do it if I could. It's just not socially acceptable as of yet. But
no, not too much. No. He's cute. He gets a pass.
What was so interesting about Bkfc 38 is that, as you know, the original venue did not come to fruition. And it was the first time that a city actually said, no, thank you. No, thank you. This isn't for us. So what did we do? We persevered through it, and we got it over to Hard Rock Live. Bkfc 38. You stepped in the squared circle. You give us everything that you got.
Every time.
I know. Since you've been off, I've seen the videos. I know, complete different bag of tricks coming into this fight.
Yeah. No, this is the first camp that I got to do on home soil this is my dream gym. Like when I first signed with Bkfc, it was like a dream, because I didn't plan on it happening. It came from a viral knockout, my debut. And then I had, signed the deal that Monday. So it wasn't part of the plan. So when it happened, what I used to daydream about in the beginning, I started Bkfc 9 was, best case scenario, I win the world title, and I take the earnings from that, and I get to, get my getting a place back here in my hometown and open up a gym, you know, to give back, because there's never been a gym in this town, in this community. So, you know, the fact that I'm sitting in it right now, and it's exactly how I dreamed of it being. It's a dream come true. What was your question?
There wasn't one, man.
Different bag of tricks. Yeah, well, I got to do my whole camp on home soil this time, and so we got Wolf, who's making his debut. He's fighting Matt Adams on the same card as me and Mohegan Sun. One Eye Wolf, dude, is a bad mother. Can I swear on here? He's a bad dude.
Absolutely.
All right, he's a bad motherfucker for sure. You know, and I met him at the tryouts for BKFC. They I don't know if they released them yet, but they did the tryouts at Whaling City Gym, my brother Brendan Ward's family gym right there in New London, Connecticut. And so I came down to meet with Nate to secure this fight, and it was worth the drive just for that. We met at the watch party at Mohegan Sun that night. Next day we go over to the tryouts, and there's a good selection of people there. But just saying, from one fellow Ronin to another, when Wolf walked in the room, I was like, "Who's this dude?" Biggest head, biggest neck. I said it with all respect, but it's a fact. I thought Chris Lieben had the biggest head. Wolf takes the cake. He's built for battle. And I'm looking at this guy, and he told me that, later on, he thought I was there for the tryouts too. So we were keeping to ourselves, but I knew I wanted to work with that guy. I tried to always find who's the biggest banger around, and so that's how me and Brendan Ward, our friendship began, Josh Burns. And then, and so now, Wolf's part of that pack for sure, or we're part of his. We're all in this thing together. He's making his third trip up this weekend to my gym, Golden Gloves Gym here in Ellsworth. He's coming from Worcester. He's come up twice, and that's commitment. I traveled for fights. I traveled down to Jason Knight's after BKFC 9 for number 11. Like I've traveled but this dude is continuing to make the trip up here, which says a lot for us, what we got going on up here in the North. But he comes up and, he gets in work with my coach, Garth Crane, and right here in my home gym that I created in the last 4 months of just grinding. So, yeah, I'm bringing the whole new bag of tricks. I'm banging with the best bangers in the Northeast, and I'm my healthiest. I'm my clearest.
Dude,
and,
you look, I was just about to say that. You look leaner than I've ever seen you.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Yeah, the last few cuts have been hard on me. My cut for Game Bread against Hector Lombard, I cut 17 pounds in 17 hours. It was heavy. I took a vow after that I will never. It's on me to ever let that happen. It's bullshit, and it's all on me. So I just, take responsibility where it's needed, and I made sure.
Do that again, bro. Don't do that again. Your kidneys they're not built for that, bro. They're just not.
No, it wasn't. It's not. I'm not proud of that. But that, that happening, shit has to happen sometimes for you to fucking upgrade.
You like fucking A. It does. Fucking A. It does, man. Sometimes
so now we're on point. My weight right now, I'll tell you, I'm 221 with my clothes on right now, and 2.5 weeks out from a fight to be 220. That's I'm shooting to be 205 by Saturday. So. Yeah, I mean, this Saturday, we don't fight for another 20 some odd days. So I'm excited for this. I don't know anything about my opponent, really. I know he's got 3-0 record from, like 9 years ago in MMA. I got nothing but respect for anyone who steps in that ring with me. My last 4 fights ended with me on a stretcher, waking up, getting reconstructive surgery on this and that. I've broken every bone just about in my fucking face and my nose 100 times. Dedicate anyone who steps in there they deserve all your respect. So all the respect to my opponent, but he's not. I walk away with the win 10 times out of 10 in this one, and so some people got to be the hammer, some the nail, and I'm not going to be the fucking nail that night. That's for sure.
Confidence. I love it, Tony.
Yeah, definitely have to say that last fight that you just had, against Lombard. I was against the decision. I'll just say it. I'm not a Lambert fan at all. Never liked the guy. I think he's a fucking asshole. Anyways,
You can try to stir up the pot.
For them,
but BKFC 61 coming right up.
For them to flip the decision like that last second, behind the scenes, like, the fight was over and everything, and then they go just because he was crying in the back and like, man, fuck that shit. He hit you.
But here's the thing. Let me put this out there because you said this. The commission never overturned that back to a win, and it's still a win. Like I'm not proud of that win. It's a fucking downside of my career, but it's the official. Like you go on BoxRec, you go on you like Sherdog or any what they did that night is because I never got the win bonus that I was supposed to get. He got the win bonus, and he's tied in with the promotion. His companies are their biggest sponsors. So what happened was they released an article. Even on GameBread's website, they never switched it over. It's still a win for me. They just released an article while they're all whatever fucked up, probably at some after party. Hey, put this out there, and the commission never overturned it. Nothing. It's still a win, But obviously, it's a sore subject, so let's not even get on that.
Nah. I just wanted to let you know. I thought it was bullshit, and well,
thank you. Yeah, it is what it is. It 5 times what it is. This ain't a fun game that we play. I mean, it's fun, but it's not. It's not.
To Bkfc. Let's get that out the way. I just wanted to say something on that real quick. But yeah, man, we're gonna be it's gonna be really dope to see you back in there.
Yes.
You like Jeff said, you look like a whole different person. You look clean. Even you can see everything, even in your face, everything. You just look younger.
I've never seen your face that slim. I've never seen that slim before.
You literally look 10 years younger, dog.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. No filters.
You just need a little earring, and then you'll look like you're like 19 again.
Yeah. I'm back. Well, here's the other thing is this whole camp's been in my hometown. So every one of my fights, like I moved away because there's nothing up here for heavyweight sparring. There's nothing up here where I'm at, like the way northeast. I'm like an hour from Canada. Nothing. And so even in the amateurs, I traveled everywhere to make my amateur fights happen. And I had to drive. Like some people have these huge amateur, fucking records, and I got 8 fights in the amateurs. And because I had to travel, like Heather Hardy, who's the main event on my card, I boxed under her for Gleason's. I'm from here in Ellsworth, Maine, but I was like all right, where are the best gyms? I boxed for Ring 1 in New Haven, and all the way on up. But Gleason's gym, that's like a 10.5-hour drive for me. And I would go down there, I'd stay for like a week and a half, 2 weeks in a hostel where I just have a room, and I'd go train every day. And I ended up fighting at BB King's in the amateurs for them. So my whole career has been in other people's backyards. And I've never got to fight. I mean, Connecticut, that's where all the Sarros are from. This is like my homeland. Fighting on my dirt where my grandfathers boxed and won the Golden Gloves. I get to fight on this fucking soil. Yeah. 100 men aren't going to fucking beat me that night. I'm going to walk out on top of this one. And all my people are going to be there roaring for me. I've never got to feel that. I usually get like 10 people that come out. I'm lucky if I hear them. I usually know where my dad and like Randy are in the audience. Even during the fight, I got tabs on my 2. No, I mean, all love to everyone who has traveled out to my fucking fights. I got so much love up here. And always have since the beginning. I'm the first dude in New England to ever sign professional bare knuckle contracts since John Sullivan. I was the first one. So this is like a serious fucking thing to me.
Yeah. I love it. He quoted a little Toto right there. Actually, there's nothing that 100 men could ever do. Fuck
yeah, that's good comment. Yeah.
I love it.
I know the song.
Rains down in Mohegan Sun.
I like Toto, actually.
I love it. We're excited about it, man, because of the fact that, it's so close. And Mohegan Sun, you're no stranger to that area. For BKFC, this is a huge thing because as far as the East Coast goes, outside of the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, Mohegan Sun is like the Madison Square Garden of Connecticut. Yep. It's amazing. Yep. It was the stop for Bellator. It was the stop for Bellator. It's been the stop for World Championship Boxing. It's been the stop for the UFC. And now for the BKFC to actually break ground 2 weeks after KNUCKLEMANIA. I mean, that's huge.
Yep.
I love it.
Oh, it's exciting. It's so exciting. Yeah, like I said, it's all the Sarros. They went from Italy to Connecticut. And that, New Haven area, North Haven area is like 45 minutes away. Yeah, man. I couldn't be, and I thought I was all done with this. Like I love BKFC. They changed my life, Dave and Nate, and what the opportunity they gave me. I'm forever grateful for them. They've kept every promise they've ever made me. I mean, people got shit to say about fucking everyone, and promoters have a bad, get a bad name all the time. I tell you what, like those are two solid dudes. One thing they did that they never made public was, rest in peace, Mike Shorey. One of my best friends, one of my biggest supporters, passed away from cancer last year. And Dave and Nate both, they didn't. I'm saying it for the first time, but Mike had let me know that they both had donated money, sent him money. And it was just a friend of mine that he wasn't an employee of BKFC or anything. And they did that on their own without anyone, without any media knowing or nothing. I'm letting people know now, but those are good dudes. So when I heard they're coming to New England, I reached out. They instantly were like, all right, we're about it. Come on down and meet us at Mohegan and we'll talk about it. I came down, shook hands, got a big hug from Nate Shook, and it's like, let's go, number 7. I'm fucking ready. Yeah.
I love it.
Fired up. We got a fan question from one of our biggest fans and also BKFC employee, Big Ben. He wants to know, Chris, now that you're in a better mind place, how do you see this fight going and getting your hand raised?
Didn't you hear him say 100 out of 100? Clean the shit out of your ears, Big Ben.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a different way to word it. No,
I mean, he asked the question like 5
this
times.
Is what I don't want to talk too detailed, on my approach to the fight. I just made sure that I'm always in the best shape of my life. You hear me talk any interview leading up to every fight, I'm always saying I'm in the best shape of my life, but that's the truth. I'm constantly getting in better shape. Like I'm constantly upgrading. The big part for this fight is my mental. I got to do my whole camp on home soil. When I go for my run down the road, I have, my people beeping, and yelling out my name. That feels fucking good to me. I'm used to running in other cities, and living in places. I was always in discomfort my whole camp. My last coach, Orlando Cuellar, for the Steve Townsend fight, he said it once. His wife had made a comment to me, like, about my living situation, just how I'm out of my place. I'm away from Maine, and I'm down here in South Beach, Miami, my son's back here. I'm missing all this. She's like, how do you do it? And the coach is like, Chris doesn't know comfort. All he knows is discomfort. That's like, that's all I made. I went about this the rough and rocky way, and now I'm back home in my home state, living in my hometown with my home gym. I have an amazing group of team behind me, amazing members of this gym. This fight is 90% mental. This game that we're in, this isn't about how many abs do you have and shit like that. I'm not out here, bench pressing, seeing how high my bench can get. This game's 90% mental. So if anything, I'm in my best shape, my best mentality, my healthiest mindset.
Hey, don't you fucking worry about your tribulations, man. Didn't you ever watch M. Night Shyamalan's Split? The broken are the more evolved.
The broken are the more evolved. That's one of my favorite lines from any movie. That's one of my favorite lines from any movie. It's funny you bring that up. Yeah, I know that all too well. And but that's just it. I am my most evolved right now. I'm my 2.0, 3.0. I'm dialed in. I'm focused. The things that we're addressing in camp aren't just fix your left hook. No, it's way deeper than that. I train with true Ronins in the sport. Garth Crane is a ninja. He trained Marcus Davis for 15 UFCs. Former pro fighter, former pro bodybuilder, pro skateboarder, sponsored by Power Peralta. This guy's like he's a ninja. But he's, it's who's Rob, who Wolf has been getting work with up here too, and we can't even post anything, that we do with him. He stab us in his sleep. But no, man, I'm big. The older I get, I'm big on not giving anything away, like for real. If you need me to sell the fight, fucking tune in because it's going to be one of the most explosive fucking things you're going to feel in your chest. BKFC 61, May 11th. and that's the God's honest truth. But as for tactical shit, I don't want to give nothing away. I treat every fight, whether I can find footage on you or not, like you're the best in the world. I'm coming into this thing.
If you don't know what movie that is,
that answers your question, Big Ben. It was good, Russ.
Russ,
if you don't know what movie that is, big dog, then
if you know what that movie
is, all heart too.
You don't know what the fuck's going on, Russ. Come on now.
No, that's my dog right there. He's all heart. He's shown me a lot of love since we first met. We met in we met for my fight.
Russ is the most dedicated. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been here since day one. Since day fucking one.
I know you have. I remember the blonde hair.
That again is part of the broken are the more evolved. That shit broke me down. That's for fucking A sure.
No, you just always beat yourself up whenever I bring it up. I think that's what made you.
It did until somebody said I looked like Brian Bosworth in the year 3000. And I don't know exactly how to take that.
You had the cheese grater tie.
Oh God, yeah. No. I had the 3D tie for that one. I had the 3D.
Is that what it is? Okay, yeah.
That's what it was. Those are all gone now, thank God. Yeah, it's 3D printed metal. But
okay, yeah.
Russ is definitely, in my opinion, the most dedicated BKFC fan we've ever had, because he's taken BKFC to social media like no one else I've ever seen. The out-of-pocket expense that he does for Extreme Bare Knuckle Fans page is just absolutely. He has setups. He has lobby setups every time that we do a show. He has merchandise. He has things for the fighters that he gives away. I mean, he is easily.
He is devoted.
Bottom of my heart, you're the most dedicated BKFC fan that we have, and that's saying something, because we've got some fucking dedicated BKFC.
Oh, for sure, worldwide. But he, by far, I mean, I make my living through Instagram. I'm unfortunately on there every day. That dude is on there more than me. He's like, his stories every day. There's 100 stories stacked up, and equal love shown to like every BKFC fighter in existence. The guy is, he's all heart. He's always showing me love.
Always.
Yeah. That's that guy. That's my boy right there.
Ooh, man, oh man.
Yeah, I'm getting cool talking with you guys, because we could have a podcast go for 3 hours. It'd be like no other, like it'd be no different than any other night in like a hotel lobby.
Chris, let me switch it up a little bit. We have the NFL draft coming up this week. Who's your team, buddy?
Oh, dude, the only sport I fucking follow is fighting. Any kind of fighting. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you one thing about the NFL or nothing.
Yeah. Word. I'm the same way, man. I'm the same.
I don't watch movies. My girlfriend can attest to this. All I do is if I'm home, I got TVs everywhere, fights just playing, muted in slow motion and sped up, or all like on a reel. I used to be able to watch movies. I don't know. Something happened with me where for years and years and years, that's how I go to sleep at night.
You know what it is, man? You know what the weird thing about it is that I'm definitely the cinephile, so I'm a huge movie fan. But growing up, I had this mentality of watching team sports, and this is nothing against team sports in any way, shape, or form. But the way I always looked at it is I just looked at it as millionaires playing a game. I've always been a fight fan. I've been a fight fan for as long as I can remember, because of the fact that there's nothing that's more personally inspirational than watching a fighter grind from the root to the fruit, from the bottom to championship. I mean, honestly, watching the journey, and we all know, especially yourself, seeing as how that you are one of the great warriors, that it's never done on your own. It's never done on your own, but it's the time that you stand on your own.
Yeah.
There's a team there's a team effort in there. But when you toe that line, I know metaphorically people are towing the line with you. But in all reality, that's you, bro. That's you. Yeah. That's you looking across at one set of eyes, just one. And that's why I've always been a combat sports fan, because I love seeing the evolution of a grind, of a true grind, of true human grit. That's what it's about for me.
You get to see it from a cool angle, both of you guys too. Because think about it, both of you guys are responsible for so much of the energy going on in that building. From you getting the walkout song right and the times right and all that, then the lights and the smoke, and then no one has a voice like you do or does it like you do. And I mean that I'm not kissing your ass. That's just the fact. And you get to go to all the events. and you light the. I know you're like you're an expert, you're a professional at what you do. So every little, I'm listening to you when you're out there. I'm like, oh, he nailed it. He nailed it. Yeah, but I know you're on top of it, and you guys are involved. You are responsible for that fucking adrenaline pump. You know, Tony, if you screw up the walkout song and then the fighter's energy shits the bed and then your voice cracks, you'll hate yourself forever. No, I'm just joking. But you're not
lying. You're not lying.
Yeah.
You're not lying.
That's your whole job is your voice.
I hate it. I hate it. I beat myself up for weeks.
Your whole job is your voice. But no, I mean, yeah, it's again, you get me all riled up. Yeah, I forgot what the question was.
What do you have? And let's switch it up because you are going to be, on a. Oh no, I'm lying. I'm tripping. You are in the big ring. Well, let's.
Am I in the big ring?
Yeah, because it's a number.
I wasn't sure which one, but I didn't want anything new like that. I like that big fucker and get to move around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, you're in the big ring, but how do you feel about the small ring?
I like the small ring, but just for this fight, I just say I like the idea of having some room, get to pick my shots or whatever. But no, I like the idea of the small ring because that's that Bkfc compared to you can't imitate something as perfect as Bkfc, and they're the originals. It's designed for fucking let's get at it. 2-minute rounds. You're squaring off 3 feet from each other. It's designed for action. So what better than to fucking shrink it? It's like gladiator days, man. It started off just dude on dude, and it's like, this is getting boring. Let's include animals. All right, let's start flooding the fucking arenas. But we're just like getting there. Let's play it out with the short ring. But I can just picture something barbed wire fires coming, like sharks swimming around.
Jeff,
I love it.
Hardcore wrestling.
If you're crazy enough to just do bare knuckle, then whatever new things come out of it, you're going to be game. Yeah, I'm down. It's a fight.
I'd be okay. You know what, Tony? I'd be okay with an exploding barbed wire bare knuckle death match. But you got to have the right. You have to have the two right guys in order to do it. But you know what? You could take it a step further. No. You know what you could do? You could have Christine Faria and what's her name have that rematch. Yeah. Have that rematch in the exploding barbed wire bare knuckle death match. Oh my God.
I think that's something for like celebrity death match.
I think that's more for like, damn, who would we like? Who's like the mankind? That'd be like Bobo O'Bannon.
No. Zach Callis.
I'm sorry, Zach Callis. That's who I meant. I'm sorry.
Fucking Zach Callis.
I had Zach in my head, and I said Bobo. It'd be like Zach and
Townsend. I don't excuse the name drop, but I just see those two. I mean, these guys are kind of just they're the same weight class, and crazy and everything. Chris, I don't know if you're up for exploding barbed wire bare knuckle death.
Yeah, exploding barbed wire.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Piranhas. Because I ain't fucking with no piranhas. You put piranhas surrounding that fucking. You better believe someone's dying before I go in that water. Yeah.
Crocodile cactus death matches. Fuck yeah, man. That's amazing.
I'm excited. Hey, quick shout out to this girl over here. She's trying to hide. I'm using her phone right now. She's the glue that keeps all this going. So you guys getting to see this gnarly fucking fight of mine coming up. It wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for her. My girl Kayla, she keeps this gym. She keeps track of all the members. Oh shit, I fucked everything up. She keeps me sane. That's for sure.
Shout out to her, big dog.
You guys know that's a handful, so.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you got in mind for music for this fight?
Say what?
What do you have in mind for music for this fight?
I think I'm going to go with the same walkout song I had for the Lombard fight. It's called "A Calling Home" by. I'll play it for you real quick. Hold on. I'll give you a glimpse of it. It's nothing like I had you do Limp Bizkit "Ready to Go" for the Townsend fight.
Yeah,
no more fucking. I had you do Rob Zombie's Dragula for the Quentin Henry fight. No more of that shit coming out and that because I fucking feed off that shit. And so now it's like it's a whole different. This is me now. This is new Chris.
I'm going with the Cali boys.
Give you a little drop, a little sync. It's
Okay.
like, yeah.
Okay. The warrior stands on the battlefield with the smoking embers, looking around at the carnage, assessing the grave devastation. Yes.
You literally, word for word, pretty much said what I had playing in my gym usually in the morning, and the kids were like laughing at me, and I was like, no, picture it. You're standing in the battlefield. It's 1443, Scotland Yards, smoke everywhere. You got your sword covered in blood. That's the song you have playing in the background.
Fuck yeah.
But it keeps me centered, and yeah. No, it's called Calling Home by Ann McDonald. Take it down, DJ.
Okay. Okay. Raise your claymores to the sky.
That's right. Yeah. Double-sided axes. No, I'm excited, guys. No, that's just my 7th for the promotion. I never thought there'd be a number 7. My first contract was a 3-fight contract, and I was like, sweet, I'll win the title by the 3rd. I was a kid, like literally, I didn't know. And we're coming up on our 7th contracted fight for Bkfc. It's crazy. And yeah, I'm training day and night, coaching, during the day, training in the morning, training at night. The place is going to be packed. All the section 19 and most of section 21 is all like my family and my people. We bought out a whole section. Yeah. I've got, I'll be, can I comment on this later on? I'll drop the link if you guys want to get tickets to the event.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you're our only guest, so that's fine. Yep, you can drop it in there.
Yeah, word. Awesome.
Yeah, but we definitely are excited to see your fight, buddy. And can't wait to see what the new, like you said, the new Chris Sarro brings to us.
Yeah, centered, focused. Yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful night, guys. I'm happy to share it with you.
We want to go ahead and give you some, give you a minute here to go ahead and shout out any sponsors or anybody you want to that's helping you out in this camp before we let you go. So go ahead, bro.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you to all my fans, anyone watching, and all my fans worldwide. You guys show me love every day, and you are my fuel, what keep me going. And I'm grateful for all of you, and it's only growing, which is awesome. And so Hayabusa, thank you for showing us so much love. This gym, and you're sponsoring two of the fighters from our gym. It's you guys have been nothing but you're the best brand company on the planet, the most rugged gear out there. And, you gave me a shot, and you guys make sure that me and all my people are taken care of. Thank you. Richie Zareen, he built this ring, Patriot Homes. He's been a sponsor since my first pro fight. He's done nothing but show me love since the beginning. Grew up best friends with his brother who passed away from cancer a few years ago. And I know Spencer, he'll be watching. And, and I'm fired up to put on performance for him. And I know he's always watching. Jake Sinclair behind me. He's always watching, and he's why this whole thing got started in the first place. Randy Sinclair, he'll be there. He's there for every one of my fights. He'll never miss one. That's Jake's father, my best friend who passed away. That's why I turned pro in the first place. Else for sponsors, Roy and everyone over at the Kind. Thank you guys, because you have played quite a major role in my career, and I appreciate you guys. They got the best kratom on the fucking planet. Dino Luzzi Energy Drinks. We're going to be on the can. I'm excited about that. Let me pop one real quick. Hold on.
All right. Let's get it.
Dino Luzzi. Made in Italy. Each can individually cleaned. Less caffeine.
Move
it over to your right.
Vitamin B, vitamin B6, B12, all the good things that you need. No taurine.
All right.
Anyways, now that's it. Everyone else, I have a short-term memory loss issue. Who knows? I love you all. Everyone that's played a part in making this happen. Tony Murray from Fairway Auto. You guys all know who you are, and if you know me, you know that I'm just tired and I can't remember your name. No, but the love's unreal. The whole Northeast, everywhere we go. We were just at the event, NEF, All the Smoke. on the 20th, this Saturday. Like I said, we got our fighter William Lagasse who fought in the promotion, and we showed up. There's so much love, you know, and everyone's buzzing about this fight, and it just felt really, really good. I'm really grateful for that. You know, that it adds purpose to life, and it fires me up. And so, all of you guys, you all know you are. Thank you, everyone here, all the members at Golden Gloves Boxing Gym. I love all you guys. They're all my kids. Yeah, I'm pumped, dude. You guys are gonna see one fucking hell of a fight. I'm gonna come out fucking swinging, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be beautiful.
We can't wait to see it. We are totally stoked that you're going to have your 7th fight with us. The journey has been very impressive, and I think that we're going to see the best version of Golden Gloves on May 11th. So, as always, Chris, thank you very much for joining us here today on Bones to Domes. You have been a fantastic guest, and you got Tony and I really pumped to see you in action.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you. I'll see you in a couple weeks. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, all right. Oh man, one of my favorite lines behind you. It's just about at that part of the movie. You call me a liar, Frank? That's what you calling me?
There you go, Big Russ. I mean, you have to understand, Big Russ. This is not just a BKFC.
Stop interrupting me, Big Russ. This is our show, fucker. God.
I like to look right behind my head. That's all BKFC mats, all BKFC posters back there. You can't really see them in the light, but it's, you know, I got BKFC stuff. Look, boom, boom. BKFC, you know, Billboard mats. Shout out to Billboard mats.
He's going to catch up to Mr. Live Worldwide. I got extra time to do the Loudmouth Central with all the BKFC posters, and I got a lot more still to come. So. Yeah, it's going there. No, I'm going to tell you, man, before we get into the Knucklemania 4 overview, dude, I'll tell you, I've been looser than cream corn these past 2 days. I don't know if you saw on my feed. I invested in a portable sauna because I've been doing a lot of research about sauna therapy, not only for your body, but also for vocal recovery. For vocalists and such. And I got myself, thank you, Ben, #Loudmouth Nation. We're definitely going to make that a movement 100%. But I'll tell you, man, only 2 uses, and I feel great, man. I mean, I'll tell you, I understand exactly why fighters use it, because the fact that the majority of the time is for cutting weight, shedding water weight. I understand the significance for it, but I also understand the myriad of health benefits that it does. And this is a very simple little portable sauna that I got on Amazon, but it is a beast. So for anybody out there who wants like a nice little relaxing pod to get away from it all, sweat it out, and just, you know, feel good, you know, look into those, man. They're definitely worth looking into. I feel great, man. I think that it's going to change my life for the better.
Yeah, man. I saw you in there earlier.
Videos with Mr. Live Worldwide coming out of the window, smoking the back.
It's gonna be pretty. You know, who knows? You know, you might be fighting next year at Knucklemania.
I don't think so, man. I'm a little old for that. So yeah. I know where my place is in this world, and it's in the tux and on the mic. And speaking of which, let's go ahead. Let's jump into the nightmare where the water is warm. That is Knucklemania 4. So much to talk about, man. But we're going to start from the tippy top and work our way down. So by starting at the tippy top, we are going to talk about the reason, in my opinion, that I think a lot of people are going to come in droves to Knucklemania 4, and that is for our main event. Mike Perry and the former BKFC World Middleweight Champion returning to the squared circle, Thiago Alves. I am super excited about this because with Mike Perry has been the face of intimidation with BKFC, and he's walked through everybody that they put in front of him as of right now. I mean, he's our undisputed BKFC king of violence. And finally, he is coming up against a guy who absolutely looks unshakable before the fight. He is absolute Mike Perry. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We've still got the weigh-in show. We've still got the pre-fight press conference. So we've still got a little time to see if Mike Perry can get under Thiago Alves' skin. Personally, I think Thiago's going to keep his cool.
Yeah, I think it's going to be way, or I think he's going to do way better than people, think. Everybody thinks, well, I'm not going to say everybody, but most people think Mike Perry's just going to walk him down. I don't see that happening. I think him catching him, clipping him in the first round, possibly dropping him in the first round, and
I think honestly might wake Thiago up, and then he might have some fight for Mike. But like I said, Mike's also unpredictable too. You never know.
That's what I mean. I'm referring to him catching Mike Perry and dropping Mike Perry in the first round, not Thiago. I see him catching him early, quick in the first round, like the first 15 seconds or something, and because Mike's vulnerable in that first round to catch catch some good punches. It's in the second round generally when he starts putting it on.
That first round with Eddie Alvarez, he ate a lot of shots.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So.
Ate a lot of shots, but that's also dangerous because the more shots that you eat, the more potential for cuts open up, and especially that infamous cut that's right over the eye to where the blood pours down into the eye. And our doctors suggest, hey, you can't see, you're going to have a hell of a time winning a fight. Yeah, I saw the virtual face-off. It was funny. Thiago was laughing. He was loving what he was doing. But Thiago is a pit bull by nature, and we've seen it in the 2 fights that he's had. And look who he's had in his first 2 fights: Julian Lane and Yuli Diaz. We have not given this man, 2 fights, and we did not give this man an easy welcome to BKFC. Julian Lane kicked his ass the first time. I'm sorry, Julian Lane kicked his ass the first time, but so did Thiago. They both kicked each other's ass, and then Yuli and him, whoo, that got bloody.
So we should have had that rematch. That's the rematch.
I know, but you know what? After that point, Thiago may have seen greener pastures.
Oh yes, of course.
And unfortunately, we know how that works. Another thing that I'm going to say to the fighters who think that there are greener pastures outside of BKFC, let me go ahead and tell you that way of thinking has not worked for anybody. Nobody has found greener pastures outside of BKFC when they're on the upward trajectory to success. Okay? It doesn't work. The chance to be a world champion and get the notoriety that you so want is right in front of your face in the most exciting combat sport on planet Earth. Stop looking at this as a stepping stone and start looking at this as the future. Fuck. That pisses me off, man. I'm sorry. That pisses me off when fighters look at this as a stepping stone to a bigger show. This is the big show.
This will be the bigger show. It's going to surpass. So, you might as well be here for the ride. Don't try to jump ship thinking you're going to come back. And
what a ride.
Insane.
What a ride it's been.
Insane.
Well, considering how that your circumstances had changed, I'm going to go ahead and call on you for this, Tony. What is your prediction for the main event?
You know me. I've always called it as I've seen it, regardless. But I will say I see it going. Oh man, that's a good one.
He wasn't ready for that, ladies and gentlemen. Even though that we're only talking about it, shit.
No, I'm trying to give you my full prediction. If I was putting in a pick. I got Diego second round knockout.
Second round knockout for whom?
For Diego.
Really?
Yes, sir.
You are calling for Mr. Alves, huh?
I believe it.
You believe that Thiago Alves is going to pick up the victory over our undisputed king of violence?
We shall see.
Okay. Okay, that is Tony's picks, number 1. And he's got Thiago Alves by second round KO.
Don't take it to the bank. I don't want anybody coming back to me talking about they put their house on the line.
Hey! You're a human being, and nobody forced you to put that money down. Don't blame.
Yeah.
blame
That's all I'm saying.
Don't blame Tony. All right, next up, we got we got a fight that, in my opinion, actually should really be the main event, but I completely understand it. But our co-main event, probably one of the biggest co-main events in BKFC history, for the BKFC World Heavyweight Championship, the challenger, two-seat champion, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt, next level athlete, once in a lifetime athlete, and our pound for pound king as of right now is going up against the current and defending BKFC World Heavyweight Champion, Mick Terrell. But the one thing that was focused on the Bare Knuckle show that I actually found kind of interesting is that all the hype behind this is 100% on Lorenzo. Very for a defending champion coming into a co-main situation, especially at KNUCKLEMANIA, we have so many more people talking about Lorenzo than we do about Mick. Mick obviously being from across the pond, North Shields, England. We haven't seen him since, he won the title, since he won the championship. So with that being said, that's also kind of a wild card in my estimation, Tony, because if not too many people are talking about him, then maybe not everybody knows exactly what's going on in the mind of Mick Terrell, and maybe that's exactly the way that he likes it. He likes the fact that nobody's talking about him, because if he delivers, let me tell you something, man, they're going to be talking about Mick if he delivers against our pound for pound king. But when it comes to, in my opinion, probably the most confident human being, one of the most confident human beings that I've ever come across in 21 years of ring announcing, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt, possibly making history by being our very first ever 3-seat champion. Wow. I won't pick a winner. Mick's in the hotel room next to me. That's up to you, Big Ben.
You guys are about the same size, aren't you, Big Ben?
I know, right? Coin flipping. No, you're right, Howie. It will not be easy for either one. I think that what Mick's going to have to do, find a way to weather the storm.
Yep.
You have to find a way to, the explosive power, it's coming for you. You absolutely know it's coming for you. If you find a way to avoid the storm, I think there's a big chance for him to win that, because he's got, number one, he's got the puncher's chance. Number two, Mick can be patient if he gets the opportunity to be patient. I don't know if that's going to happen, Tony. I don't know if Lorenzo's going to give him the opportunity to weather the storm.
Yeah, it's man, this is a tough one. I see it. If Lorenzo is going to put it away, I think he has to do it in the first round. Once you start getting past that, first round, getting into them, second, third round, Mick's just going to try to lay on you. He's going to, then he has that 2 minutes to figure out your game plan. Even though, Lorenzo's quick-witted, can, switch it up at any second, but and still has power. But, Mick's, he's used to carrying around that weight. And Lorenzo said this is what, he normally walks around at, but it's different, fighting at this weight.
That's what I'm saying. Walking around at it is one thing. Fighting is a completely different, because, but at the same point, you also know conditioning has never been an issue for Lorenzo. It's not about conditioning. It's about getting caught.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about getting caught. How does he fare up with getting caught? We've seen him get caught. We've seen him get caught twice. We've seen him get caught twice in precarious situations. Both times, it wasn't about getting caught, because he was able to recover. The first time that he got caught with Gustavo Trujillo, he wanted to keep going, but as we all know, the doctor stopped that fight because he had the split lip, so they had to keep that from going. And then when he got caught with Mike Richmond, he was wobbled. We all saw it, so we know that it can happen. But he's got that conditioning, and he's got the ability to recover. Will Mick give him the opportunity to recover?
Yeah, even in the in that Quentin Henry fight, that first punch that Quentin landed where they got tripped up and actually fell, he caught him too, and that's what caused Renzo to fall into him.
That's a good point. That's
so,
good. That wasn't as dramatic as the other two, though.
It's no, of course. You know,
that
was his only loss, and then the other one gets replayed every single day. So the Mike Richmond, knockdown.
So there is a chink in the armor. There is a dragon scale missing somewhere, and it's just all about taking advantage, being the opportunist. Who's going to be the ultimate opportunist when they get that chance? I think that's going to make or break the fight. Whoever gets that opportunity and capitalizes on it is the one who's going to walk out of there the world heavyweight champion.
And I believe it's like I said, if Lorenzo can flurry, if Mick can flurry the first 2 rounds, then I give
it more for Mick. If Mick can get the 2 rounds, I give it more to Mick. I do.
Yeah, I give it to Mick. But if obviously if Lorenzo gets it done in that first,
it may not get to 2 rounds. That's the thing. That's the thing.
I think he's gonna have to explode off the line. He's not gonna, he's gonna have to be, he's very explosive. We all know this. He's gonna have to be explosive. He's not gonna. Everything's gonna have to be quick. He can't.
And all he's doing is training
there for long enough to get caught. Yeah, he's been in Puerto Rico.
Well, not only that, he has his own gym. I mean, how many times do we go on and we see him with a live feed, over at the Juggernaut gym?
Yeah,
all the time. So we're looking forward to that one. Well, we will definitely see. Next up is a fight that should have taken place at BKFC 41. Unfortunately, it did not. We finally been able to come full circle and finally give this one to the fight fans, and I think Los Angeles is the perfect place to do it. We got Todd Duffy finally making his BKFC debut against probably one of the most intimidating and dominating fighters to ever come into BKFC, Big Ben Rothwell. And Ben, he has not been a loss for words on this fight. That man is hungry, but dude, you can't take anything away from Todd Duffy. I know this guy's got a dog in this fight. Another situation to where Todd is going to have to weather this storm. And brother, this is a big fucking storm.
Yeah, I don't. This fight, I see it ending within the first 30 seconds. I see what happened to Bobo O'Bannon. Same situation happening to Duffy. I see him just kind of watching him. I'm calling him kind of getting him up against the ropes and catching him 2 or 3 times, and that's it. It's going to be. I don't see it going past 30 seconds, honestly.
Wow.
But who knows? We all could, Again, don't take what I'm saying to the bank, guys. I don't want anybody losing their house or their wife.
Wow.
But,
the hierarchy of that could be house, car, jewelry and everything like that. But you go straight house to wife. There's a hierarchy you have to follow before you get the wife.
Why?
We're going to talk about that, guys. Don't screw the pooch on that, okay? We are controlling.
Getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. Jesus Christ, keep your fucking panties on. Jeez. Big Ben. I know that you're sitting there jacking.
When was the last time he fought? When was the last time Duffy actually fought?
Well, it's been a while. It has been. It's been a while.
He's gonna have that ring rust. He's gonna have Big Ben already knows what to do.
Big Ben taught me how to take Big Ben. Number one, Big Ben, MMA veteran of 53 fights.
I know that.
53 fucking fights, and has had 2 very good fights in BKFC. 2-0 as of right now. No, I don't think Duffy is going to move straight forward and like Bobo does. I agree. Absolutely, he's not going to do that.
I just don't.
I think Todd has no choice but to use angles. I think he has to angle out, because how are you going to be able to go head on at someone with the size and girth of Big Ben Rothwell. You're not going to be able to do that. You want to talk about the irresistible force meeting the immovable object. I think this is the fight that definitely has that. And you don't walk into an immovable object. You angle out at him. Oh, you out already? Did I hurt your feelings there, Big Ben? You're going to go cry in the breast milk, huh? Is that how it works? God.
I think, yeah, I don't know.
No,
I just see that one.
You can talk about it in Knucklemania. You can talk about your feelings. You know, you can have a shoulder to cry on if you want, big guy. You know what they say: the bigger you are, the more they cry. I get it. Oh, no, I'm just fucking with you, Big Ben, man. It's all nothing but love. That's going to be a good one. But another one, a lot of people haven't been talking about this fight, and I'm very, very surprised because it's a badass matchup. We have got our main man who's coming in on this one. I'm just taking a look at Jeremiah Big Rig Riggs after a big win at Bkfc Prospect Series Canada. When we were over there, man, put himself, you know, he was in a situation. He had a nasty cut. He knew that he only had so much time to move forward before it was, before it was done. Yes, I have to admit, I agree. Copeland did test Ben Rothwell. Everybody can attest to that. He absolutely did.
Oh, yeah.
He took him into deep water. He absolutely did. So that's good. But this fight is very, very interesting because not only do we have an Olympian, but we have a former WBO interim world champion that's going to be debuting with us, Alfredo Angulo. And I'm very, very excited about this one because, number one, Jeremiah Riggs is got to be on a big high after that win over in Canada. He said he was blessed to have been over in Canada. It was his first time in the BKFC mini squared circle 16-footer. He looked absolutely fantastic. But this time, he's going in there against an Olympian and a world champion boxer who's making his debut. So really, really cool ramifications could happen in this fight.
Yeah, for sure. In that one, I gotta go with my man Riggs all day. Riggs has had the same thing.
Well, he's got the experience
in the square circle. I mean, you just can't go against my man Riggs. That's my guy, So
well, also, come on, but you're saying to me that you're not interested to see how a boxer. I'm always fascinated. I am fucking fascinated to see how boxers take to the squared circle for the first time.
Yeah,
I'm always.
I'm going to say third round doctor stoppage. Riggs
really?
Wins. Yes.
Oh, so you think he's going to get? You think that Riggs is going to employ punches and bunches and get the cut game going?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I could definitely take that up. And so happy for my girl Crystal Pittman. Finally getting an opportunity to fight in her home state of California. A lot of people know her out of Visalia, California, and I'm very excited. I'm actually a little bit more excited for the fighter that she has now. I'm going to tell you, Sydney Smith, I'm very, very excited about that, man, because, Sydney's been wanting to get back in there. She's back in there. We got a height difference here. Sydney, a bit tall girl, 5'8". But Crystal fighting in front of her family. I've been watching her videos. I've been watching her social media posts. She is so excited. She is so excited about this. She's having her whole family there at Knucklemania for that. So she's going to have the home court advantage, or at least the home state advantage over Sydney Smith. What's your call on this one, Tony?
I am going to go with the Rugged Beauty. Second round, same thing, doctor stoppage.
Another doctor stoppage, you think? Because that Crystal's not afraid to get bloody.
Exactly.
She is not afraid to take shots, and she has given us probably some of the best BKFC bloody shots in the history of BKFC, man. It's almost like she always knows where the cameraman is and gives us just that absolute warrior's pose.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Crystal catches her with one of those nice big right overhands, drops her,
she got big right
with a nice cut at the same time. When she gets up, ref sends her to the corner. Doctor stops her.
Howie, stop screwing the pooch. Everybody stop. Okay, we're gonna
getting
fucking
through the whole card. We're going through the whole card.
I know. Jesus Christ, Howie, man, I swear to God, man.
Hey, take it easy, man.
Take it easy. Take it easy. It's okay. It's okay. You get angina from this. You get a heart attack from this. Come on. All right. Next up, another this banger. This one got banger written all over it because of one of the guys in his synonymous nickname, Julian Let Me Bang Lane, going up against Yevgeny Kordonov. That is going to be a banger because both of these guys love to throw it out. And Yevgeny, he currently lives in Los Angeles. So this is going to be the home turf for him. Yevgeny, originally from Moscow, Russia, and Julian Lane's definitely no stranger to Moscow. He's had a whole bunch of slew of fights over in Moscow. So Julian's the guy to take into deep water. If there's one guy that's on the BKFC roster that you could take him to the deepest part of the pool, he'll stand there with a bloody face, look at you with a smile on his face and say, "Motherfucker, I can swim." Is definitely Julian Lane. My opinion, most exciting fighter on the BKFC roster, always delivers. Always delivers.
Definitely. One of my favorite fighters, one of my favorite just people in general in the organization.
Really is fucking cool, isn't he?
Yeah, cool ass guy. Just wild, funny. I hang out with him at different pool parties and all different type of stuff. He's just the same always, never changes. Just a crazy dude, but he's always got your back at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah, I see this. Man, I don't know. This is a hard one. Both of them are just gonna stand there and bang. So let's.
The only way Yevgeny's winning on this one is by Yevgeny's not knockout Lane.
Yeah, I want to say Julian Lane. The only thing is Julian tends to bleed. Get cut easily.
Depends on how he fights. If he fights loose, then
I'm gonna go with Julian Lane. Julian Lane, third round knockout.
Okay, Julian Lane over Yevgeny Kordonov, third round knockout. It's duly noted. I think that's that actually sounds pretty good. I kind of like that actually, but at the same point, taking nothing away from Yevgeny. Yevgeny had a great
for sure. They're going to be going at it. He's just going to catch him. He's just going to get
that has fight of the night candidate written all over.
Yeah, that's definitely. I believe that will be the fight of the night. That's my
next up. Exciting stuff. Shane Jordan debuting with BKFC against going to be fighting in his home turf. Doesn't live too far. South Central LA. Ernesto David Diaz on the card. I'm so excited to have David back, man. I'm going to tell you, if there's one guy who loves BKFC through and through and is excited every time that he comes and fights with us, David, man, so much personality. Much. I mean, a huge personality. I could not be happier for him to be on the Knucklemania card. He's going to bring a lot of people to the show.
Yeah, just like Big Ben said. I mean, he lives literally less than 2 miles away from the from the venue. So
how cool is that,
he's definitely going to bring a whole the whole crowd. I know. I believe he was on the Brian Socha show last week, and I think he said he sold like $20,000 in tickets. So he's going to have half the crowd is going to be going crazy for him, or more than half, should I say? Yeah, it's going to be a crazy fight.
I don't know too much about Shane Jordan in order to make any kind of an assessment.
Yeah, I know he trains Bryce Hall.
Yep.
I know he trained a little bit with Lorenzo last year as well when Bryce Hall was training.
He's got a taste of the training, but as we all know, training and fighting are completely different worlds.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know much the same thing about him. But he I'm gonna go David Diaz, but I think this is gonna go all the way, and David Diaz is gonna get David. Yeah, I think David is gonna get the split decision win.
Oh, you think he's gonna go all the way and get the split? Okay.
Yeah, because you got this young kid. He's a young kid. I don't. You know what? Actually, I don't know, because this is a young kid. who knows what? Yeah, you know, he's never. Who knows? I don't think he's probably ever really gotten hit, like, you know, and cut and actually, you know, I don't know. Who
At the
knows?
same point, but at the same point, stars are born with BKFC all the time. All the time. Lightning can strike.
Ben said he has a ton of amateur matches.
Oh yeah. But yeah, Big Ben. You know,
Armand says he looks, you know, he looks decent.
Quick.
We'll see.
But being quick and knowing how to come back from being hit with a bare knuckle fist.
I want
completely different worlds.
Yeah, because, you know, David Diaz definitely has that dog in him. We all know that.
Oh my God! I mean, you remember the fight with Travis Thompson?
Yeah.
Travis took so deep.
So it's hard for me to go against him, but I don't know. This kid, you know, he's young. I don't know. But I'm gonna go with David Diaz.
All right, so split decision with David Diaz. And speaking of stars being born, we got us a fighter that had a turnaround fight in exactly 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, he debuted with BKFC in Clearwater, Florida, and now 2 weeks later, here he is ready to rock and roll because he took 0 damage in the 16-foot squared circle. I'm talking about Ruben War, who's going to be coming up against a bare knuckle veteran in Drew Angelcourt. And if we're talking about photogenic physiques of BKFC Knucklemania 4, I think the winner is hands down fucking Drew Angelcourt. I have never seen Drew this fucking ripped for a fight. I've never seen him this fucking ripped for a fight. He looks like $1 million fucking bucks, man. He looks like he is ready to goddamn go. But Ruben impressed a lot of us. Yeah, was it Albert? No. Was it Albuquerque?
Yeah, I think it was Albuquerque.
Are you sure, guys?
Yeah,
sure about? Are you sure that I could have sworn that was Clearwater? Well, it might have been Albuquerque. You might be right. But even so, that's still a hell of a turnaround. That's still a hell of a turnaround from Albuquerque to here. So whether I'm right or wrong is irrelevant. What is important is that he is on this card. He's excited, and he's got a hell of a first fight against him. Drew Angelcourt, you know, he's currently 3-0 with us with one fight even. So that one's going to be a tough one to call, Tony. But if I'm going to make the pick, I'm actually going to make a pick on this one. I'm going with my boy Drew Angelcourt because he looks like he looks like $1 million fucking bucks. He looks like his mind's in the right place for this fight. Ruben also knows that this is an uphill battle coming in on his second fight. Hoping to make that 2-0, but I got to give it to my boy Drew Angelcourt. This one I think could easily go 3 or 4 rounds.
Yeah, you know, obviously, like you said, we haven't seen much of him. He got the quick knockout, so we don't know. But yeah, same thing. I'm gonna go Angelcourt, 3rd round. Yeah, I don't see many of these fights getting past the 3rd round for some reason. But 3rd round,
we've been known to be wrong.
3rd round, knockout, body shot.
Okay. And let's go ahead and let's close out the main card with fight in the bantamweight division. We got Victor Rosas, who is going to be debuting with us, and he's going to be going against a guy who is no stranger to the squared circle, Daniel Alvarez, former #1 contender and former bantamweight championship challenger. And it's going to be interesting to see what Daniel pulls out of his bag of tricks for this one. They're the ones that are going to be starting the main card, and that's going to be going down, I believe, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that would put it at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. That is
it's going to be a late night for us over here on the East Coast.
On the East Coast, fucking A, right. For us, it's going to be an early night. Shit, we get started at 6 o'clock. We get the main card at 7. We'll be done by 9:30, 9:45. We'll be styling.
You might catch the last quarter of the Lakers game right there across the street.
Probably not, because then we'll be going right over to our epic post-fight press conference, which I know that there's going to be plenty of celebs that are going to be. And speaking of which, the scuttlebutt that's out about the celebrities that are going to be in attendance. Let's just say that the potential names that are being dropped that are going to join us for Knucklemania 4. Out of this world. the finest in Tinseltown are going to be joining us there. And not only that, guys, you also know who our co-host of Knucklemania 4 is, alongside our fantastic host Cyrus Fees, is going to be the one and only AC Slater. Mario Lopez is going to be co-hosting Knucklemania 4, shoulder to shoulder with Cyrus. I mean, that right there is pretty damn cool, because we know, those of you who know about Mario Lopez know that this guy has been one of the most dedicated fight fans in Hollywood that I know of. And I'm sure you guys have heard him and Steve Kim in their podcast that they have. They're always talking about boxing. They're always talking about MMA. These guys are committed to combat sports. So a lot of people I've been saying, why is Mario Lopez co-hosting Knucklemania 4? Well, in my opinion, I don't think we could have got. I think we couldn't have gotten somebody better. I think we got lucky as hell getting someone like Mario Lopez, and I think he's going to love Knucklemania. I think we might be his new fight obsession. I think Bkfc is going to be his new fight obsession, guaranteed.
I mean, he was Bayside State champion. Come on, guys.
No, multiple time.
That's what I mean. Like, come on, guys. Like,
multiple time. You got to remember, this man. I'm gonna tell you, on multiple occasions would win his fight by German suplex. He'd get that German suplex on you and get that.
If he did the show in the outfit. AC Slater here.
Love that German that release German suplex, man. He can get your ass down there, get that pin, boom.
Kurt Angle. Oh, it's true.
Well, yeah. Speaking of which, aside from BKFC, I want to give a big shout out to the new women's world champion in WWE. Becky Lynch won herself the women's battle royale on Raw last night, and it was the first time in 17 years in WWE that a championship was held up at a battle royale. It's been 17 years. The last person to win a world title at a battle royale style tournament, a battle royale match, was the Great Khali and the World Heavyweight Championship. That was the last move. And I know what they're doing. They're setting it up so when mommy comes back, oh man, they're going to tear the house. They're going to tear the house down again. So good stuff. Congrats, of course, to Becky Lynch and everything. You know, being the only champion of the power couple as of right now. But she also did let people know that Seth Rollins did have successful knee surgery. He did have successful knee surgery, so we're probably not going to see him for, I'd probably say, 8 to 10 months.
Yeah, I missed. Well, you know, like I said, I don't watch it religiously like I used to when I was younger. I'll catch the big show. So I didn't. Not
right. I had to watch the Battle Royal because it hardly happens. Because you know, a situation like that hardly happens. And we also saw Gunther on there, and Gunther's going after the King of the Ring tournament this time. And I think the King of the Ring tournament is finally going to get what is coming to them. I think if you win the King of the Ring tournament, you get a title opportunity. Plain and simple. Oh, Jade Cargill. It's going to take a while, Howie. They can't put it on her as of right now, but it is inevitable. It is inevitable that she will have gold around her waist probably before the end of this year. I think that's a pretty safe bet. But Gunther is, I think, was the right time to get the Intercontinental strap off him and have him go on to bigger and better things with the world titles.
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I know. Lackluster, but I'm going to be honest with you. Very slowly, Tony. Very slowly, but very surely, things have been improving in the Renaissance era. I guess that's what they're calling it as of right now. Now that Vince is gone, things are a little different right now. And I think it's just something that's going to take time and it's going to take effort. Oh, and another big shout out to the new AEW world champion, Swerve Strickland, getting the victory over Samoa Joe. That was huge. Swerve Strickland being the very first ever black AEW world champion. I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
I think that's awesome. That's awesome, Tony, because, the funny thing about Swerve, he was another guy that went to WWE, and WWE said, we don't want you.
That is going to be, that's going to be cool. I think what they're doing now, it's they're building it up, obviously. And, it got boring there for a couple of years after, kind of after John Cena left, you had, Roman Reigns come in. But I feel like, they did it correctly, what they did at WrestleMania finally. And now I believe they're starting a new chapter. That was kind of the end of that chapter with, Roman losing the belt.
I think we'll see it again, but I'm just not sure.
I think you can at least take a year off or at least a year or two off, possibly, and then come back. But who knows?
The highest paid professional wrestler in the world outside of Brock Lesnar. So, I mean, he can afford to take some time off and rethink things. Let the fans miss him because, there was always a love-hate relationship with Roman, even when he was at his apex as the heel. And let's miss him for a while. So that way he comes back strong.
Yeah, I have to. I want to see what they do with the character of Selena Vegas. She's probably my favorite wrestler right now.
He's so tiny.
I know, but Savio Vega, Puerto Rico.
I feel like I could fit her in my carry-on. She's so fucking tiny, man. All right, Tony. Let's go ahead. Let's give a shout out to our sponsors as we always do.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Shout out to. We're gonna go ahead and start off with the one and only. Because I love this picture.
Oh, stop! You did that on purpose. No!
Rudy logo.
RudyTie.com, baby. Hopper ties for Mr. Live Worldwide.
It's Mr. Matt Street Nat with the vertical G Nat, who I talked to today, and he might have some big news popping off in Wesley Chapel, Florida, coming up here soon. So
okay,
they stay looking for that news on his page, hopefully here soon. 2118 Cigars Bar and Lounge. They will be showing the fights this weekend. We have the one and only Billboard Mats. And of course, the one and only Live 21. And we got to give it up to my main man, Donnie Brooks. Yep, him too.
I'm sorry, I screwed the pooch.
There you go. No, you're good. Donnie Brooks. Make sure you go over there and check him out. He's got all type of gear and a bunch of different fighter gear. So yeah, make sure you check him out. And again, if you want cool stuff like this. But yeah, we got that.
It wasn't bad enough once you had to do
a crowd bigger than this one this weekend.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know if we can.
Bigger?
I don't know if we can because of the fact that I don't think that the Peacock Theater is a bigger venue as far as seating. So I'm not sure if we can get as many people as we have. In fact, I'm actually very curious to see what the Peacock Theater seats. It seats 7,100 at max capacity, so it's definitely a smaller venue. So we may not get that, but we probably could get at least 6,000-7,000 easy. Probably. I mean, honestly, I've been told that there's a possibility that they'd open up more to standing room only. So we'll have to see. Hopefully, we can get a few Lakers fans to defect from Crypto.com arena and come over and check us out.
Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of fans out there. Like I said, I think I checked. I think the game starts at 8:30, so you guys should be good.
Who knows? We might have a player or two that comes over and checks it out.
I got a surprise guest for you, buddy.
What up, Jeff Houston?
If it's not the one and only.
Okay. One out of those two is acceptable, and it sure as fuck ain't Big Ben.
So it must be me. I can't wait to knock them ugly ass glasses off your face, bro.
Come on. There it is. Come
on, bro. You and Brian so together.
Come on.
What up, Q?
Shit, chilling, man.
Out in LA, big dog. I see you. Only where the stars are. That's why you had to be out there. I see you, big dog.
Hell yeah. This motherfucking phone die.
You out there? What you out? You just out there chilling, or you out there working?
Chilling right now. I ain't got to work yet.
All right, nice.
No, nobody's there yet. Nobody's there yet. They're going to be everybody's going to be coming in tomorrow.
Yep.
The swarm. You know what I'm going to call it? The swarm before the storm. That's what's going to be happening, man. The swarm
Jeff,
before the storm.
Sydney, Mick, and Ben are here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Ben Rothwell, Sydney Smith, and Mick Terrell.
So they're already here.
Yeah, yep. And then it's me and Q. Q's a legend, if you guys didn't know that in the chat. He's a legend.
I already know,
Absolutely.
man.
This is my first podcast I came on too for my boy.
And we need to make sure.
Yeah, you guys didn't know, Q actually started my whole career. Let me meet everybody.
Quentin goes back to BKFC 2.
Yep. Yep. And when I met him at KNUCKLEMANIA 1, it's been a freaking dream ever since. I'll tell you. One of the best guys I ever met.
You gotta say
Besides
pause
you,
when you
DJ
say stuff like that.
Besides you.
Absolutely.
What up, Q? What fight are you looking forward to the most tomorrow? I mean, not tomorrow. What am I talking about?
Tomorrow? Where the fuck are you at? You mean Saturday?
I'm so used to whatever. Saturday.
I got to say, man, Lorenzo and Mick, man. I ain't for the belt, man.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
All of them gonna be good, but I want to see what Lorenzo gonna do with that heavyweight.
Yep.
With the weight on, let's see.
Well, we're just gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see if he can handle the weight fighting. He was talking about how he walks around in a natural heavyweight. Well, walking around and fighting around, as we all know, Q are two different things. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he fights at heavyweight, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're too chill even for fucking me, man.
He's amazing. He is amazing. Me and him don't make no sense, does it?
Who are you telling, Big Ben? I've rolled, dude. I've rolled with Q more than anybody.
No, it doesn't make no sense. I'm all wired up, and he's the most mellow person in the whole world.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there's a reason. There's a reason for that mellowness.
I'm part of Loudmouth Nation. I'm part of Loudmouth Nation. That's all that matters.
Loudmouth Nation. Fuck yeah.
All right. We just wanted to let y'all jump on real quick. We'll check you out tomorrow, Q.
We'll see you guys soon enough.
All right.
See you guys.
All right. On the on the West Coast, baby. But on the East Coast this time, we're just so used to being on the East Coast, Tony. Finally, the West Coast opens their arms to BKFC. People don't understand what a big deal this is. What an incredibly big deal it is. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't think that California would open their doors to BKFC this soon. And I know that we've been around we're actually going to be celebrating 6 years, June the 2nd. 6 years it's been already. I just can't believe how quickly it's gone by. But I'm just amazed that California opened the doors to us. And we finally got the opportunity to be the very first ever state-sanctioned bare knuckle fighting event in California state history. Now, BYB was there, they were there before us, but they had to wear a different kind of glove. Yeah, they actually had to have moderated gloves on their hands. None for us on this one. So I am so excited. Yeah, you did, didn't you, Howie?
Because of Howie.
No, believe it or not, man, that was some shit that went down in Billings, man. That was very, very interesting. Hashtag Loudmouth Nation. Happy to have everyone as a member on that. Absolutely. All right, Tony, I think that right there is an excellent place for us to go ahead and call it a night because I have got a flight out to LA. Thankfully, it is direct. So San Antonio to Los Angeles, no problem there. Tony, we are seeing a side of you that we are liking. Tony is loose. He's opened up. He's ready to rock. He's got Scarface to give him inspiration behind him. And I know that this is only going to get better.
You know it.
I love it.
It's going to be a great weekend for everybody. While you will be there, I'm actually doing the reverse. You're going to be in Movie Central, but I will be here. Oh, I thought I sent the flyer to myself. I guess I didn't. But anyways, I will be here in St. Pete all weekend. or should I say Thursday through Sunday for the Sunset Film Festival. We'll have a bunch of different actors and actresses out and directors.
You're gonna have some celebrities in the house. There.
So I heard some of the Cobra Kai cast will be there, and some different movies that trailers and different stuff that'll be dropping. So that'll be lots of fun. I'll be out there, like I said, Thursday through Sunday. So hope you guys have fun out there. I'll be having fun on the red carpet while you guys are on the Bkfc carpet or ring mat.
Our Knucklemania 4 red carpet is red for a different reason.
There you go.
I mean, the red carpet in Tinseltown as opposed to the red carpet for BKFC. Well, our warriors are what make the red carpet. Hell.
There you go. They have the silver carpet. They have the runway.
I love it. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for tuning into us. This was a lot of fun. Big thanks out to Chris Sarro for really, really getting us pumped about his fight coming up May 11th in Uncasville, Connecticut at Mohegan Sun. We're going to have so much fun seeing him return to the squared circle for his 7th bare knuckle appearance. Tony, always a pleasure. Bones to Domes, we will be seeing you guys next week, and we'll be talking about the Knucklemania 4 Fallout.
All right, everybody have a good night, and peace. Just kidding, Jeff. So, Jeff, what are you doing tomorrow? Sorry.
Fuck off!
Bones to Domes, boy, the intention is not to hurt you, it's to murk you. If you go against me in the square circle, let my hands do the talking, I let you do the verbal. Eat this knuckle sandwich that a chico about to serve you. Better listen up, the other team been talking tough. DJ Tony grabbed the mic, cause this dude will not shut up. Ain't no standing name count, but I think I've had enough. In the famous words of Jeff Houston, time to knuckle up. Bones to Dome, it's time to knuckle up. Bones to Dome, it's time to knuckle up. Take me up, I've been throwing uppercuts. Bones to Dome podcast, turn me up. It's time to knuckle up. You know it. With DJ Tony, time to knuckle up. Jeff Houston, it's time to knuckle up. I am Vince Serrano.
It's all about you.